Hi, and welcome to the Simple Logistics channel. Today, we are going to discuss what is 5S and how you apply it in your company. 5S is about housekeeping, is a technique used mainly in Japanese companies, but it has spread all over the world, and companies from several different places nowadays use this technique. Why am I talking about 5S right now? Is because in the last video we discussed just in time. So 5S is an important component to support just in time. I would say that it's better for companies to start by implementing 5S before they try a just in time or a lean manufacturing approach. Logistics cannot solve every problem. If companies try to implement just in time and reduce their inventories before they solve some underlying issues, they might have some obstacles and have ruptures to their supply chain or interruptions in their manufacturing process. So it's very important for you to start by the basis and use some techniques. One of them is the 5S that I am going to discuss here today, and use these techniques before you implement or before you go full just in time. So, without further ado, let's talk about the 5S. And voila. So, 5S is about housekeeping. Is the basis for quality and efficiency. Without introducing 5S, I would say it's very difficult to have a successful implementation of lean manufacturing, Kaizen, or Toyota production system in any company. The first S stands for Seiri, which we could translate as separate. So you should separate what is useful from what is no longer useful in your workspace. Everyone tends to hold some material, some office supply, some papers that have expired, are no longer important, or that are broken or not really used. So we should separate those, store away those things that you use more or less frequently, put that in a closet, for example, or in a drawer, and keep in your workspace, in your office desk, for example, only the stuff that you really use, that you need every day to do your job. That way you'll have less clutter, less confusion. It's easier to find everything that you need to do your work. And things that are no longer have any purpose, those things you can sell as scrap or throw away. So we need to get rid of old material, obsolete material, things that are gathering dust, and declutter the office space or the workspace in production areas is the same. Then the second S stands for Seiton, which means organize. So it's basically putting everything in its right place, keeping a good organization so it's easier to find everything. Create some rules like archiving documents in, I don't know, alphabetical order or some expiration date or some other order that works better for you. The third S stands for Seizo, which would be clean. So it really means physical cleaning. You should clean your own workspace, clean your own keyboard, your own mouse, your own notebook, so it lasts longer. You keep its surfaces free from COVID and other, coronavirus and other germs, and you keep a good, healthy, comfortable working space where you feel good to do your work. Then the fourth S stands for Seiketsu, which would mean we can translate as standardize. So it means to create rules and standards for the cleaning, the organization, to maintain what we have gained through the other three S's. And lastly, Shitsuke, which we can translate as discipline. So it's making sure that everyone respects and maintains the work that has been done, and follow the rules and the standards to avoid sliding back to disorganized state that existed before the 5S. They sound easy, it's really summarized what they stand for and how it's done, but I cannot stress it enough. It's hard to keep the discipline. It's hard to keep office area or workshop clean and organized and neat as required by the 5S. But when you do so, it improves productivity, reduces quality defects. Just to show some examples, here is a photo of a workshop that has no 5S. Actually, it doesn't have even 3S. It doesn't have nothing. So it's not organized, it's not clean, it doesn't have discipline. These, ooh, and we still have, workshops that look like those even today. This is more in line with 5S. So everything is neat, organized, visual. It's easy to find the tools that you need to do your work. There is markings where you should put every tool. If anything is missing at the end of the shift, it's easy to see that something is missing. You go search for the tool and you put it back where it belongs. It's a much better work environment. And I believe, it's a personal belief, that it can improve productivity a lot, but it has other gains. People will feel better working in an area like this. They will feel good about themselves, good about their work. They will be even more proud of the place that they work. If it looks like this, they will be more productive because you don't have to, search for the tools that you need to do your work. By avoiding a lot of clutter, a lot of confusion, a lot of mess around the tools that you need to do your work, you gain not only time, but you avoid mistakes. You avoid, using a tool that is not built for that purpose, and this improves also quality of the product, quality of life for the worker. So this is a much better work area, a much better environment, and I think anyone would appreciate more to work in a space like this. But it's hard, as I said, as I mentioned, it's hard to implement a 5S, but after you've done it, it's really worth it. So I would strongly suggest that, all companies, logistics companies of every size, put in place 5S in all of their sites, cross docks, hubs, everywhere, offices, maintenance workshops, everywhere. It's really, really useful, and it's worth it. Okay, so that was all that I had for today. Thank you all for watching our videos. If you like the content that we produce here, please consider subscribing to our channel, hit the bell button to be notified when we post new videos, and please come back for new videos like this. We post them twice a week. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.